What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Nando here. Now, today's video, we're going to be covering a full day of eating, exactly what I eat in a day, all of my meals, all of my macros. I'm going to be breaking it down and showing you guys exactly what I've been eating every single day to this point. Now, if you've already been following my vlog, you see a little bit of my daily eating, but today we're going to go right into detail exactly like how much I'm putting in my food. For example, if I'm putting 2 or 3 eggs, we're gonna cover that all today, so stay tuned for the video. First things first, I've been getting a lot of requests on this breakfast because I post it all the time in my Instagram stories. So today I decided to just fully show everybody the secret recipe to my power oatmeal bowl. Now, first thing you wanna do is I've been using almond milk lately, so we're gonna use 1 cup of almond milk in here. And we're gonna boil it for about 2 to 3 minutes on the stove. So let's just check up on the almond milk here. It looks like it is boiling, so I am ready now to put the ½ a cup of oats inside. I am using the Red Mill old-fashioned rolled oats, and I'm gonna be using ½ a cup of this, which comes out to about 190 calories, 6 grams of protein, and 33 grams of carbs. So let's go ahead and we're gonna boil this for about 9 to 10 minutes. Just want to show you all kind of what exactly it's supposed to look like before you actually take it out. Now, I like my oatmeal kind of like dried out by the almond milk, if that makes sense. I don't like it too liquidy, so I try and leave it in there until I see it really absorbing the almond milk so that it gets more of like a creamy texture. All prepared and ready to go. I have all of my toppings here. Now I'm going to be using a little bit of maple syrup, some chia seeds, some yogurt, some flax seeds, and of course some peanut butter and some raspberries. Now lately I have been weighing out kind of exactly what I've been putting into my body just to kind of get exactly a rough amount of my calorie intake. So first things first, we're going to go with the raspberries, and we're just going to place them right on the side. And I'm using probably about 3, 4, I'm probably using about 12 to 13 raspberries. I love raspberries. I let it kind of fill up 2 rows of the side of the bowl, and this comes out to approximately 51 grams of raspberries. Now we're gonna move on, and we're gonna put a little bit of some of this non-dairy free silk vanilla Greek yogurt. So here is about per 175 grams, it's about 80 calories. So like, there's pretty much not a lot of calories in this. It just makes the oatmeal nice and creamy. So I'll just go ahead and I'll put that right down the middle. And of course, I'm gonna show you guys the top view after exactly what I'm doing. Next, we're gonna be moving on to some of the Nature crunchy peanut butter right here. And we're gonna be going about 15 grams, which is about 100 calories of peanut butter. Now, very brief, as I've said in some of my other YouTube videos, that a lot of people kind of power their peanut butter. Guys, peanut butter has a lot of calories if you don't be careful, and you can end up putting 300 to 400 calories of peanut butter without even knowing. So very important that you guys kind of understand exactly how much 15 grams of peanut butter is, what you're gonna see once I show you that overview of my bowl. And I'm gonna go exactly 15 grams so you guys can see. Okay, that was 16, but 17 with the lick. Now we're gonna be going flax seeds on top and chia seeds and banana. So we're gonna be going half of banana, and I don't really like putting my full banana because sometimes I use the rest of my banana for my protein shake later, when I do my chocolate protein shake or my vanilla protein shake, so I just use the other half for that. It also just makes the protein shake nice and creamy as well. Yeah, but bananas are typically you know, 100 to 125 calories depending on the size of them, right? So let's go with the flax seeds now. So these flax seeds are amazing because they're very, very high in omegas, you know, very high in fiber. They have a little bit of protein, but this is more just to kind of keep you a little bit fuller in this meal. Now, per 2 tablespoons, about 13 grams. So we're gonna weigh out 13 grams here. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on until I see 13 come up. All right, there we go. 13, and we're gonna do the exact same thing for chia seeds. Now, chia seeds are a little bit more higher in protein and of course a little bit higher in fat. Now, these little, you know, seeds are gonna keep you nice and full for the morning. These things are gonna push you to your next meal, so you're not feeling, you know, hungry, you know, every 30 minutes. There we go. That's enough chia seeds. And of course, just to make this a little bit sweeter, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put a little bit of some maple syrup on this teaspoon here. And I'm just gonna drizzle it on it like that. I don't know, I'm not crazy about putting too much maple syrup. I don't really like drinking my calories. So again, I do just put a little bit of it on top just to make it a little bit sweeter. Here is the bird's eye view of my, you know, power oat bowl for this morning. So as you can see, just a little bit of peanut butter down the middle of the bowl. And that's what I'm eating as my first meal of the day. So as for like vitamins and supplements and stuff, I don't really take any vitamins other than like some vitamin C. So I have about, you know, 3 of these little tablets here every single day, probably after my first meal. Other than that though, I'm pretty consistent with just eating, you know, fruits and vegetables, and I just feel like I may actually be low on some vitamin D, as when the winter comes I get like freaking depressed and stuff, but I should be you know, having some more vitamin D. But other than that, I don't really take any supplements or vitamins. I probably should. I just eat it, I guess, throughout the day, so I don't really see the purpose of, you know, having more of it, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. But, you know, I should look into having some more vitamins and stuff during the day, but this is all I'm taking at the moment. I just did all the calculations exactly how many calories that meal was, and that meal was approximately 465 calories to about 500 calories. You know, I don't really count my macros or my calories. I actually just really prioritize how much protein I'm intaking during the day, and the rest is just moderate, right? Like my carb intake's moderate. I try and get enough fruits and vegetables during the day. I mean, I used to count and weigh my food a lot. But like, other than like this last month, like I said before, because I'm doing the vlog, I just been weighing it and kind of just like, you know, keeping more track in my head. But throughout like the past 5-6 years, I've only really prioritized, you know, just my protein intake, how much protein am I intaking. So today I'm going to be trying to hit roughly, I would say like 140, 130, 150 grams of protein. I just feel like that's just a good maintaining, you know, protein intake for me every single day. You know, if I do see that I am starting to, you know, get a little bit leaner and leaner and starting to lose weight, I will up my protein to kind of just sustain as much lean muscle mass as I can. But other than that, that's my first meal of the day with the vitamins, and then I'll see you guys at the next meal. Huge shout out to my girlfriend who got me a nice oat milk latte. I usually get my oat milk lattes with a little bit of hazelnut just to kind of, I don't know, I can't really like just drink a normal oat milk latte anymore without this hazelnut pump. As soon as I got into the habit of just getting it, I always wanted it. So shout out to her for getting me the oat milk latte. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this and just finish up some editing, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the next meal. On to my second meal of the day now. We're gonna be doing one of my favorites. You guys probably see it in my Instagram stories if you do follow me on Instagram, is the smoked salmon with avocado. And I've actually just recently started to add some tomato just to give it a little bit more flavor. Now, we're gonna be starting off with 4 pieces of toast toasted. Now, this toast bread is about 80 calories per piece of toast. So it comes out to about 320 calories. Now, the way I prep my avocado here, so I have about half of a small avocado, which is probably about 50 to 70 calories here. I'm gonna be putting a little bit of this real lemon juice here. Just a small little kind of drop in the bowl here, like that. I love lemon with avocado. It tastes absolutely amazing. So we'll drop a little bit of that And we're also gonna be doing a little bit of lemon and some pepper. Now we're just gonna be sprinkling this in to the container, into a little jar here, just to give it some real, and this tastes absolutely amazing with your smoked salmon. Now, like again, if you've seen in my recent videos before, that I really like to have my food with a lot of volume and keep it nice and tasty, right? So, you know, considering, you know, if you want to have this healthy kind of lifestyle, you know, it is very important to, you know, make your meals taste good, right? And all these little things like adding lemon pepper, lemon juice are gonna make it so much easier to kind of, you know, sustain and be more accountable to eating healthy. So I'm just here, just kind of mashing the avocado up like that, just so it's nice and easy to spread on top of the bread. Perfect. So now it's all nice and creamy, and we'll slap on this avocado on just 2 sides of the toast bread, because I'm gonna put this into a smoked salmon sandwich. We got all of the avocado out, and it already looks absolutely amazing. And you already know that I love making my food nice and presentable, right? Because that's gonna help you kind of, again, be more accountable to, you know, eating healthier, is when you have nice presentation. So even if you wanna put some lines in the avocado there, just to make it look nice and presentable before you eat. So this meal here is probably around 20 to 30 grams of protein. Now, moving on to the smoked salmon here. I actually get this smoked salmon from Costco. And smoked salmon is around, so this is actually just 1 serving, so it's about 100 grams of smoked salmon, and it comes out to about 20 grams of protein. So I'm now just going to grab my smoked salmon like this, and I'm just going to kind of place it onto my piece of toast here, and just evenly kind of just spread it out like that. Okay, now that that's on, we're gonna be adding 1 piece of tomato slice and another slice. And now, like, I'm not really gonna count the macros and calories on my tomato. I feel like that's just a little bit much, because, you know, this stuff is also good for you. So I really just count, you know, again, my protein intake and a little bit of my carb intake here and there on some of my meals. Now, this is absolutely one of my favorite things. You guys have seen it on my Instagram stories. It is the Everything Bagel Seasoning. I actually had the pleasure of donate to send me some of these, so thank you. I think I'm saying it right, Baldone Spices. I actually had the pleasure of them sending it to me, so I've been using this on all of my kind of meals here, especially with the smoked salmon. It tastes absolutely unbelievable. Okay, beautiful. Now we're gonna be using a little bit of some crushed red pepper, again, just to give it some more flavor, right? Doing these things is gonna make your food just taste and make it so much easier to just kind of sustain and be more accountable. Now, last but not least, I've been telling my sister, who's actually filming me, she started laughing, because I cannot stop using this balsamic glaze on the smoked salmon. It is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna be sprinkling on some of this little balsamic glaze. And again, it actually is super low calorie, like per 10 milliliters, it's 40 calories. So I'm literally just gonna sprinkle on just a little bit here, just to give it some taste. And there you have it. And there it is. Beautifully presented. And now we'll go ahead and we'll close that up. And there you have my second meal of the day. Now, nice and presentable, as you see, right? Very important to have amazing presentation. Now, this is something that I do almost every single day. I probably have the same meal probably 2 to 3 times a week. And as you saw, I had the oatmeal this morning. Now, those are just kind of my go-to meals. I have a lot of go-to meals during the week, just to kind of keep me more in check and more accountable with what I'm actually doing during the week. Now, that's just something I suggest because it just really works for me and just kind of keeps me, again, more accountable. It's all about keeping yourself accountable and sustaining, you know, a certain amount of calories during the week. Now, considering I've had this a lot, I already know what it does for me. I already know that it keeps me full for a long period of time. So I'm just gonna keep going back to this because it's just super healthy and, you know, it's super easy too, right? You want to eat foods that are just super convenient for you and are not too hard to make. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my second meal of the day, and I'll see you guys soon when I show you what I'm eating next.
You're not gonna do a taste test?
Taste test?
You have to bite into it.
Should I do a taste test for it? Yeah.
The crunch. There's the crunch.
Third meal of the day. Well, I wouldn't really call it a third meal of the day. It's more just like a little snack. So we're not calling it a third meal of the day. We're gonna call it a little bit of a snack. So this is just a protein bar. This protein bar is about 350 calories approximately. It's got about 20 grams of protein, about 35 grams of carbs. And you know, these are just a homemade protein bar that one of my clients actually made. So I just purchased them off of her, and they're super good. And at least I know exactly what's in them. She lists like literally like 8 to 10 ingredients inside of them. So most of it is just made up of like nuts. So some dark chocolate on top of it a little bit. And it's just a nice snack to just kind of keep you going throughout the day. I am thinking that I will have a protein shake a little bit later on. So it is around 1:45 right now. So maybe around 3:30 I'll have a protein shake, and then eventually later at night I'll end up eating dinner, which you guys will see. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this and just get back to some more editing. Yeah, I made today kind of like an editing day with my YouTube video that I'm just filming for today. So stay tuned. So as I said earlier on in the previous clip, I am going to be having a protein shake. So very, very simple. I have 1 scoop of protein powder already in here. I am using just vegan protein powder today, as that's all I had in the cupboard. I just go ahead and put some ice, and then I'm gonna use the rest of my half a banana from earlier on this morning. And now we're gonna be doing some frozen blueberries. We'll put a little bit of blueberries in there. And again, I don't really count my macros or anything. I just was saying the calories just in case you guys cared about exactly how many calories I am having during the day. But as I've been doing this for a while now, you kind of just get the hang of exactly how much, you know, calories you are supposed to intake in a day. So then we're just gonna add some almond milk in there. And that is it. Very, very simple. This will probably just keep me nice and full till about dinner time. Now, can't wait to show you guys later what we're gonna be having for dinner. But yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this, and I'm gonna enjoy this as I am now, just hanging out, and I'm watching the new Formula 1 Season 3 series. It's actually pretty crazy because they're just showing exactly what happened last year at this time when they didn't know if they were gonna race or not. So I'm just kind of just watching that right now. I don't know if you guys watched it or if you are into Formula 1, as I am a Ferrari fan. But yeah, guys, check it out, and I'll see you guys at dinner time. We are finally at dinner time. I'm gonna be having my last meal of the day. So we're gonna be doing 2 potatoes and of course some tofu. Now, sometimes during the week, I do try and have some vegan meals. Now, for example, tonight is just tofu. So this tofu now will be about 300 to 400 calories, that entire thing that you see there. Maybe 450. Like I said before, I don't really count my macros. I look at the package for like 2 seconds and I just make sure that I'm getting enough protein. So I'll be having probably about half of that, and then my girlfriend will be having the other half because she is also vegan as well. But now, okay, now the russet potatoes, as you guys always see on my Instagram stories and even in some of my TikToks before, I'm gonna be doing 468 grams of potatoes. Now this is gonna come out to about 80 grams of carbs for 2. So again, I'll probably just have half of this and just do about 40 grams of carbs for myself. I'm only saying the calorie intake just to kind of tell you guys. Okay, so let's move on. I have the spices here. I'm gonna be spicing all of these things with some cayenne pepper, some paprika, some onion, and some garlic and salt, and then of course some olive oil. Now, very quickly, I do want to show you guys exactly how I kind of season all of this stuff. So I'm gonna be putting all of the tofu in a bowl here. Yes, my hands are clean. So I'm gonna put all these, make sure that I get all of them in there. Now we're gonna be going with the ingredients. Now a little bit of some onion, there's some garlic powder. And after I do put all of the kind of ingredients on the top, I'm then gonna turn it over and I'm gonna do the other side and then kind of like just turn the bowl around just so it gets everywhere. So now that we've done that, you're gonna take the bowl and I just make sure I kind of flip it around, or even with my hand like this, just to make sure I get all the ingredients on one fell out there. And then I'll just apply a little bit more just to kind of make sure I really get a lot of flavor on top of all of the tofu, just like that. And I really like this combination with the cayenne pepper and the paprika. And I'm gonna do the exact same for the potatoes. I'm gonna just show them here like exactly what it like should look like exactly with kind of all the ingredients on. These are my absolute favorite go-to carbohydrate, and it is, of course, all of these potatoes. I don't know what it is. I just feel like every time I eat these, it's like pretty much like you're cheating. It's like you're honestly just eating French fries. So that's why it's always my go-to kind of carbohydrate. And again, just the same thing, a nice drizzle of everything here. So we're gonna be doing some onion, just like that. Onion, we got the garlic powder, some garlic powder, and a little bit of the cayenne pepper. And again, same thing. You're just gonna kind of just turn them like this, put a little bit of some olive oil, like that. And then again, you're just gonna toss them around just to kind of get all of the ingredients all over, just like that. And then towards the end, I'll actually just put a little bit of salt in it again, and then just kind of shake the whole bowl again once they're complete and done. And I already preheated the oven to 400. These don't take more than, like, I would say 25 to 30 minutes, depending on the oven you kind of have. So it depends also how crispy you like them. I like them nice and crispy. When I put, like, you know, ketchup with them or whatever, it just tastes amazing. But then, see, just so you guys see how much ingredients is on there. Right, so again, I make sure that they get nice and tasty, just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and place them all onto the, you wanna make sure that you actually separate all of them so that they all cook nice and evenly across the baking tray, just like that. And this one needs a little bit more ingredients. And there you have it. There's my carbs and protein and ready to go into the oven. I'm also going to be baking the tofu at around 400 as well. As I said before, I've already put my oven at convection at 400 just so they all bake evenly across. And that's ready to go. And we're going to put it for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to be showing you guys the beautiful salad dressing that I'm going to be using for my huge salad bowl. I love having salad because it's one of those foods where it's so high volume but such low calories, so it's a real like teaser to the eye to thinking that you're actually having a lot but really you're not. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to be using some Dijon mustard here, so using about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more than a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We're going to be going in with some honey as well. So 1 tablespoon of honey, like that. And then we're going to be going in with some white balsamic vinegar also. Let's go about 2 tablespoons of the white balsamic vinegar. We're going to be going in with some olive oil. Drizzle that in, olive oil. And now a little bit of some garlic powder as well. And some pepper. Pepper, load it up, pepper, and some salt. Like that, and then you're just gonna stir this together. Really mix it all together. And then we're gonna be throwing that right onto the salad. So to add to my meal also, I'm also gonna be adding in some of the Slice of Life Carb-Wise bread. I had the pleasure of them sending me this, and it's absolutely amazing. If you're looking for some sort of bread that is low in carbohydrates and high in protein, then this is definitely the brand you guys should get. Now, just to tell you guys exactly the macros of it, so per 2 slices, about 120 calories, it's only 7 grams of carbs and 10 grams of protein. So, and also this bread is very, very high in fiber, which is very important because it's gonna keep you fuller for a longer period of time. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna toast myself up about 4 slices here, and I'm just honestly gonna eat it probably while this is just finishing, just to kind of snack on and munch on, just so I don't feel crazy because I am getting kind of hungry now. But I just wanted to show you guys that, and check out their Instagram. You guys can go ahead and just order it. I'm not sure where you guys are from, but if you guys are from the GTA, go ahead and check them out. So there you have it. I want to show you all the final presentation of my last meal of the day. And then again, we have a little bit of the pieces of toast here. Now this meal here is probably roughly between 40 to 45 grams of protein with the serving of the tofu and the serving of all the toast. Now later tonight, I will probably be having another meal with some sort of protein intake in it as well. Maybe I'll make some protein pancakes. I'm not really sure if I want to be in the kitchen again tonight, but you guys will see later on. Very important though, guys, you do get your greens. So I did have some leftover rapini here. I'm just having, and you can just see the amount I'm having. So I'm just at least trying to take up a quarter of the plate of green vegetables. So I'm gonna go ahead and also probably just add some ketchup just to my potatoes just to make them also taste a little bit better. But I'm gonna go ahead now and just attack this meal because I'm starving and my girlfriend's also starving who is filming me right now. So I will see you guys soon. As a snack, I want to show you guys something a little bit different, be a little bit more creative. So tonight I'm gonna be doing some 70% dark chocolate and I'm gonna be doing about 13 squares, which is almost probably about half the package here, which is about 230 calories. We're gonna be doing some dates. So I'm just boiling some water here and we're gonna end up melting the dark chocolate on top and I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly what it looks like. So the chocolate now is all melted. Just show them there what the chocolate should look like. Exactly. Our chocolate's all melted. We're gonna take our kind of dates now and just dip them inside the dark chocolate like that. Whatever, you can put as much dark chocolate as you want on all of them. I'm just kind of putting probably about half of it on. But just like that. And guys, it's such a good, easy, quick, and healthy dessert. And it's super, super tasteful. Keeps you nice and full. And it just kind of gets rid of that, sweet kind of tooth craving that you may have at nighttime. And there's lots of natural sugars in the dates. But all of the dates are covered with the dark chocolate. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of some coconut shreds on top of each and every single one. And again, just to give it a little bit more flavor. It looks nice for presentation. As I told you guys before, if you've seen in my previous videos, I love giving myself a nice presentation. It makes you want to eat the actual healthy food that you've created for yourself, and it just obviously looks a lot better when you have nice presentation. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in the fridge now for 2 to 3 minutes. I should do a taste test of these for you guys just to make sure that they're unbelievable. So satisfying. Oh my god. So about 6 of these are about 110 calories. Now with the dark chocolate, with about 13 squares, you're looking at 200 to 300 calorie, maybe dessert, depending on how many of these you have. Now this is good for me. This satisfies my sweet tooth, and I'm good for the rest of the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy these as my last meal of the day.
Adam in action.
Yeah, I had to add a little bit of peanut butter. It was so good. Just a little bit. Oh my god. With the peanut butter, it makes it next level too. Thank you so much everyone for tuning into that video with me. I hope you all got inspired by it, and if you did get inspired, please share with a friend that you think that this video would really help them out. If you are looking for some sort of structure during the day and what you should be eating, I feel like this video, I gave you guys some great ideas, and I hope it just inspires you guys to just have an overall healthy, better lifestyle. Now guys, if you really like this video, please do me a favor, hit that like button for me, as it does really help out my channel, and subscribe because I don't want you guys to miss another video that I'm posting, because I'm posting new content every single week and I don't want you all to miss it. But hey, until then, I'll see you guys next time.